Bride of the Monster, the screen's master of the weird, ... and his newest and most daring, shocker, if you say so. Bela Lugosi, more horrifying than Dracula, Frankenstein. There's no and between Dracula and Frankenstein. This is a film by Ed Wood D. Wood Jr., best known as Ed Wood, and is one of the worst directors of all time, apparently. He's famous for being a renegade movie maker and making a lot of cheesy horror movies. So Bela plays an evil scientist. His goal is to...
I will perfect my own race of people. A race of atomic supermen which will conquer the world.
Gods, I love Lugosi's voice. And that Dracula laugh. So cool.
The jungle is my home.
Wrong movie. Lugosi has an assistant named Lobo. They spend most of the movie just kind of stumbling around. They're played by Swedish wrestler Tor Johnson. And now the cops have to stop them. Shenanigans ensue. Lugosi does this weird hand thing, which is a tribute to White Zombie, where he did the same thing. And yes, that's the movie where the band and Rob Zombie gets his name from. And Lugosi has a giant squid, which goes from real squid in an aquarium to fake squid. That doesn't match whatsoever. And it's the same squid prop from Wake of the Red Witch, which Ed Wood did not get permission to use, so I just want to imagine Tor Johnson was forced by Ed Wood to run into a warehouse and steal it. And then he forgot to steal the motor for it, so the actors have to play with the squid and act like it's attacking them, which looks about as ridiculous as you would think. Eventually Lobo turns on his master, puts him in the machine, he becomes an atomic Superman, which means he becomes a different actor. They play fight by mostly shoving him around. Look at Lobo makes the set shake. Even if the set fell down, Ed Wood would keep it in the film. Eventually Lobo crashes into a device and something next to him explodes, catches the building on fire. The police try shooting at Lugosi, but he deflects using silly faces. But he's defeated when they roll a styrofoam boulder at him, which causes him to fall into the same pond the squid's in.
God damn, it's cold!
It'll warm up once you're in it.
You come out here!
And then a random lightning bolt hits Lugosi and he explodes in an atomic explosion just for no one to really care. And YouTube thinks the squid can turn into a human and is the bride. And you could buy or rent this, or you can literally just watch it for free right above it. You can even watch the colored version. This movie's not good, obviously, but it's also really funny in a cheesy, dumb way. Bela Lugosi is always awesome in no matter what role he's in, but the rest of the acting is just about as cheesy as you would expect. I kind of like the cheap sets. They look like something off of a cheesy horror movie you see on a TV show within a TV show. But I genuinely like this one hallway. Kind of reminds me of German Expression a little. Love that design. The props are poor, the effects are poor, the filmmaker is poor. But Ed Wood made the film his way in a time where it was very, very hard to make films, especially off-grid like he did. This is back before any idiot young adult can make a review for any movie just on their phone. So honestly, it is kind of inspirational, but still not a good film. But only at 1 hour and 8 minutes, you can definitely do worse with your time. 4 out of 10.